Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here inside of Adobe After Effects and I want to go ahead and give a quick demonstration on what I'm doing to help remove that horrible blue color cast that we see throughout the Star Wars films in the 2011 Blu-ray release. So, inside of After Effects, I have my composition set up so that way I have the Blu-ray, which is on top of here, compared to my after results when I edit it, which is inside this composition right here. So let me go ahead and show you what I did to get rid of that color cast, and so that way I can keep the original colors of our subjects and other details still intact. Okay, let me just go ahead and delete these two. Alright, so we're back at square one right here, and we have a shot of Luke here wandering through the cold blizzard, freezing to death. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take our bottom layer here and I'm going to duplicate it. I can do that by pressing Ctrl and D, or I can go to Edit and then Duplicate. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is go to Effect, Blur and Sharpen, and then Gaussian Blur. And I'm going to go ahead and check Repeat Edge Pixels, and I'm going to go ahead and set the radius of the blur to 1000. And that's going to blur it all out so that we can just primarily see the average colors within the shot. There's a trick inside of Photoshop where you can take a layer and then use the average blur filter to get the average colors. But that feature is unfortunately not included inside of After Effects, so we have to do it this way. Alright, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is go to Effect, Channel, and then Invert. And that's going to invert our colors, and then I'm going to go ahead and set the blend mode to color. And now I'm just going to go ahead and hit T to bring up the opacity controls, and I'm going to go ahead and set the opacity down to 40%. So already that really took care of a lot of the blue within this shot. And we can see the color on Luke's face and on his outfit too. I'm going to go ahead and go to our comparison here. Here's our before and then after. And I'm just going to go ahead and scrub ahead here and look at some other shots within the film to see how that did. Since what I did here is going to affect the entire shot, the entire film. What I probably want to go ahead and do is bring some color back to our characters' faces or their skins. It's just so that it doesn't look so pale. So I'll go back to our composition here. I'm going to right click and go to New, Adjustment Layer. And then I'll go up to Effect and then Color Correction, Hue, Saturation. Go ahead and move over to the Reds channel and then maybe just bring the red saturation up some. Maybe around 20 seems good. And I'm going to probably go ahead and drag the hue to the right here just to make it a little more yellowish, just so that it's not so red. There we are, that's looking pretty good there. So as you can see in the original shot here in the Blu-ray, there's a lot of blue over the gray consoles and the door frames. And there's some like green and cyan on the Imperial officers' uniforms. So that trick that we just did there took care of that. Let's go ahead and keep scrubbing forward. And what I might want to also do is add like a bit of a cool filter so that, this will indicate that we're still in like, a cold area in space. So I'm going to go to Effect and then Color Correction, Photo Filter, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the cooling filter. And that's a little too overbroad, so I might just take that down to about maybe 10%. Maybe I might just go ahead and bring the saturation up a little bit more. Alright, so it's getting there. Oh, and we've lost some color on 3PO here, so let's go ahead and bring that back. Let's go to our yellows, bring the saturation up. I think I might just keep it around 50% here. Maybe drag the hue to the right a little bit. Let's try -5. There we go. All right, we got rid of that blue fog there, so it looks more natural looking. No blue X-Wing. Yoda's colors are starting to look more natural now instead of just bleeding overly saturated colors like in the Blu-ray up here. And that's starting to look pretty good on the walls here inside of the Cloud City buildings. In some shots, I would have to go back and then restore some of the colors so that it looks more natural and realistic. But overall, this was just a really huge step on getting rid of that blue tint that we saw throughout the film. Alright, so that's the demonstration I wanted to go ahead and show you. If you have any questions and you're interested in seeing more content, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. And be sure to also subscribe to my channel for more content as well. Have a good day, everybody.